But your legs don't work like they used to before. Welcome to my first November month recap. This is a month recap, and this is where I'm just going to be recapping? Is that even the word? Summarizing weeks that have been in the month and what I've learned and what I've faced during that month. So this month includes week 0, week 1, and week 2. Week 0 doesn't really count, but we're still including it. Here's a quick summarize of what happened this month. So first off, I came to France to study abroad, and I stayed in Paris for a couple of weeks and saw my old friends. That was really fun. We literally did everything in France. I stayed 1 week, and literally every day we woke up at like 6 or 7 to visit Paris. And yeah, we went to the Champs-Élysées, we went to the Palace of Versailles. We did everything. We saw the catacombs.
Hi guys. So here we are at the catacombs.
Future husband, huh?
Hi.
With my friends, and yeah, I mean, Paris was, I guess it was really fun. It's only fun when you're visiting it, you know? And I've heard from people that staying over there in Paris is not actually a good idea, since everything it's not cheap, it's quite expensive actually, and the rent is also very expensive. Anyways, as I came down to Nice, this is where I'll be studying as a business student. In the business school, of course, for this year only, because next year I'm going to UCLA. So when I came down, I literally had no room available, or literally no place to stay. So my aunt had to search up a Airbnb, and so we didn't know it was a collective Airbnb, which is an Airbnb with a lot of people in it. So we stayed in the same house with 10 strangers, and if you want to watch that video, click on this link. It was literally one of the funniest and weird experience I've ever faced, but I don't recommend staying there for a very long time. For me, like a couple of weeks was perfect. And then, so I moved in my apartment, my real apartment, which is a 14 meter square, not that big, but it was still livable. And then, so we went to school, and yeah, I mean, first day of school was pretty fine. Everybody was very happy to meet everyone. So we started school with a hybrid version of stuff, of learning, sorry. We learned on campus and off campus, and we had 3 days on and 2 days off, I think. And that was and actually it suited me, since I was new to the city and I needed a lot of free time to like discover how the how transportation work, where I am compared to the school, stuff like that. And anyways, and after that, I talked to a lot of banks for a possible bank loan, which I'm going to talk about. And of course, if you guys knew, click this video to know how it went, because it didn't go that smoothly. And then, of course, the famous lockdown happened. Why do I keep touching my leg? It's weird. Yeah, the famous lockdown happened, and that didn't go as smoothly as well. So if you guys missed that video, click here as well. So the highlight of this week, I would say, was just probably being in Nice itself. You know, like studying abroad. I mean, like I've never thought I would have that kind of chance. You know, because like my family worked hard enough for me to be able to be here in France and study abroad, and a very prestigious business school is just everything for me. And yeah, that's basically the highlight. I mean, meeting new people, having different experiences, living alone, which is good and kind of bad, but hey, I mean, it's doable. You grow along the way. And yeah, and of course, the road trips we made with my friends was really fun. I mean, we went around, we went to Monaco, and we went all the way to Italy, since Nice is really right near the border of France and Italy. It was amazing. The toughest obstacle I would say was having all the banks reject me, and of course, I planned to go to France and like ask the bank for the bank loan. Everything was planned out in my head, but you know, sometimes you just have to be realistic, not too optimistic, which I was, and sometimes that's good, and sometimes you have to be realistic as well. So I had all my bank's loan offer rejected me. So that's the toughest obstacle I faced. I just took it straight into the guts, and like I'm still trying right now. And today we're January where I'm making this video. I'm still trying to search up the new bank so I can have another bank loan. So I guess what I've learned during this month was the expectations that I had of studying abroad was actually met, because it's going to be quite hard. And I was right, especially when the lockdown happened, and like I used to live with my mom, so she does literally everything. She cooks, she cleans the house, she does the laundry, and now when you're faced with that, with the absence of your dad or your mom, you're like, oh damn, like this is actually happening. You're doing everything yourself, you're being your own parent. And I think that's part of growing up, and that was really fun, but very tiring, I'd say. And I've also learned that the people you're gonna meet for the first year of your studies, or just new people in general, they're just some people that connects with you very well, and others not that well, because they might don't share the same values and principles that you have, and that's okay, because you don't need to please everyone, because just you should always be yourself and embrace, of course, authenticity. And that's why people love you so much. But you don't need to always, of course, be good to everyone, but like don't try to please everyone, and especially don't try to change yourself to please another person. And one thing I've learned, of course, is that you should never ever trust a private bank or something to lend you a student loan, because in this certain times, COVID and everything, they're going bankrupt as well, and nobody's trying to just give you money and then hope you are going to give it back. And so it's understandable, but yeah, I should have just made more research on that, because the only thing missing for me was my guarantor, and I have no guarantors here. Yeah. And about lockdown, of course, lockdown. Wow, how can I describe lockdown? When you live alone with literally no one in a 14-meter square, lockdown is really hard. And you have to keep your mental health sane. You have to just keep yourself entertained, I guess. But like I was so unproductive. I did nothing the whole day, and I felt empty inside, I guess one thing that really helped me was this thing right here. This is my guitar. And as I'm a very social guy, like lockdown kind of took away the possibility for me to meet new people and just converse in general. And guitar it killed my time off, but like it's like one of my passions, to like sing and just chill out with the guitar. And it kept me safe during the lockdown time. So I'm super grateful for this one. It's actually only like 200 euros, and it's portable. It's very light, and I love it. I miss it. The thing I learned also is not to gamble. I was so desperate, to start off well, because like that was kind of dumb, So there's this thing called gambling for football matches, and like they offer you 100 euros back if your first bet fails. So it's like, oh, okay, so why just not put the 100 euros in, like, and bet on all in, and then like you're gonna get it back anyways, because if you fail, you're just gonna get the money back. And so I put the 100 euros in the betting game. I lost the bet, and actually the 100 euros stayed in the game. You can't get it back into your bank account, so you have to win back that money. And I lost every other bet as well, so lesson learned, never going to bet again. Never ever. And money is hard to get. Anyways, that is it. So here's an update on the following account. It's because this is of course the Road to a Million series. On my Instagram account, I probably think I had around 580 people following me. For my YouTuber subs, I think it's like around 690, so haven't changed for a couple of years, of course. And the money gained or lost, of course, I lost, is minus 150. So we're not starting off a good mark here. But anyways, that is the recap of November 2020. Yep. And I hope you guys enjoy. Hit the like down below if you like this and if you found this valuable. And of course, subscribe to me to see other stuff like this. And I guess see ya.